news from the future. So alright, on this part 1 of today's video, we'll be featuring the characters you're looking at right now, Rostam. So basically he is both a infantry and assassin class. Then on part 2 of video, we'll be featuring, well, the Empress or Dance Maiden, Ashmer or Ashmer. So alright, okay, before we carry on, a very great thanks for information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile Mong. So are you guys ready? Here we go. Ouch, I think I broke my finger. Oh gosh. So okay, we're skipping some details that I have shared on the previous video about the voice actor and so on. So right now, Rostam. So okay, he's from faction Meteor, strategic, and origin. So I do notice at this third arc or third world that our protagonists are going through, most of the faction has contained origin, and I guess with the rise of strategic, they're trying to bring back their old guys. So I'm presume origin is for promoting, well, Dihato, as he's kind of in the assassin box right now in the new meta of, well, since its SP mode is out, then followed by strategic. So I'm presuming that we might be seeing 3C of strategic faction buff soon. Alright, moving on to his talent. So it's very easy and cool for Rostam because his talent and skills are very easy to understand. And oh yeah guys, watch to the end and I'll do a rough summary or translations of all the skills, talent, and 3C. So right, okay, back to his talent at rank 6. So it's known as, I'll roughly go with Hunt of Wild Sand or Wild Sand of the Hunt. No, it definitely sounds Hunt of the Wild Sand. So right, the talent goes number 1, when there are enemies within 3 squares or tiles range, it will increase defense, attack, and skills by 20%. Then units attack will not receive close combat penalty. So okay, basically you do not need to give him EMB, Extreme Magic Bow. Then number 2, he will be able to move 2 squares or tiles after initiating an attack. Number 3, able to cast Hook at end of turn. Okay, the following is the Hook ability. You can cast on defensive terrain or units and pull Rostam towards the target location. This skill will treat as a position shifting effect. So do know that Hook position shifting effect cannot be immune, and when shifting to target point, the movement is treated as flying and has a 2 CD effect after using the skill. So this skills cannot be immune, so I'm gonna presume that when staying with target ally Hilda, if you're trying to cast this skill away, you should be able to, and instead of not be able to get shift. Well, sadly I do not have Hilda in my box, in my CN side of the box. I'm not able to try this. Rex Mactor, please. So sorry about it. Alright, let's go through again. Number 1, when there are enemies within 3 squares or tiles range, increase defense, attack, and skills by 20%. Then units attack will not receive close combat penalty. Number 2, after initiating attack, you'll be able to move 2 squares or tiles afterwards. Number 3, able to cast Hook at end of turn. The ability allows you to cast on defensive terrains or units and pull Rostam towards the target locations. This effect is treated as position shifting effect. hook position shifting effect cannot be immune. When shifting to target point, the movement is treated as flying. And after using hook effect, this skill has a 2 CD after using this effect. Alright, and that's it. It's very short, sweet, and easy to understand. So apparently, well, as an assassin, now he has an inbuilt increasing defense, attack, and skill by 20%. That's pretty great, almost a faction buff, and he's able to keep moving or jumping around, which I'll be showing you guys during the demo video. So okay, so do support me till then. Then alright, we will be skipping the different type of class on this part of the video, trying to make it quick. So we're only going through the new exclusive skills and his 3C. So alright, his initial path, and you have this sense seeking path, which is from the infantry. And you have this defensive lock path. Is a very weird name, but yep. Okay, so this is new exclusive skills under this assassin class. Okay, exclusive skill 1, which you're looking at right now. Also, okay, this is chain hook. So the type is supportive skills and position shifting. So, okay, number 1, target defensive terrains or units and pull towards them. After using these skills, you can move 2 squares or tiles and attack again. Note that this position shifting effect cannot be immune. When shifting to target point, then movement is treated as flying, and buff you had will not be reduced. So I'm going to presume that this is going to be a 1C skills, like the recent inbuilt act again for the new characters. Apparently for this following third world that the protagonist has been entering, a lot of the new heroes has this self-inbuilt 1C of act again. And yep, so alright, it's pretty short, sweet, and cool. You get to act again, move, and attack. So alright, let's re-summarize again. Number 1, target defensive terrains or units and pull Rostam towards them. Number 2, after using these skills, you can move 2 squares or tiles and attack again. Note that position shifting effect cannot be immune. When shifting to target point, movement is treated as flying, and buff you had will not be reduced. So this is very, well, like I say, short and sweet. And on his third class, okay, his final path is his exclusive skill 2, known as Devouring of Quicksand or Quicksand Devouring. So it's a physical type single attack skills. Again, is another short and sweet skill. So right, number 1, deals 1.3 times damage and ignore guard to enemy. Number 2, after dealing damage to enemy, reduce their movement speed by -2. The effect lasts for a turn and cannot be dispelled. So I gotta say, this new hero is very easy to understand and definitely easy to catch up. Well, he has ignore guard skills, dealing damage, and at the same time to make sure probably if the enemy survive the attack, you get to reduce their movement speed, and then you can hook yourself away with his talent. So it's pretty cool. This is definitely good for PvE wise for the skills, because in PvP, most of the time you're definitely trying to aim to one-shot your enemy. I mean, not to mention these skills can bypass guard. So the target you hit, you definitely want them dead. If not, well, PvE wise, this is pretty good. Not to mention that it's undispellable. The downside is that it only lasts for 1 turn. Alright, moving on to the 3C. So, okay, known as Furious Gladiator, is a type physical single target skills containing both passive and active. So alright, we'll be going through on the passive first. So alright, passive effect. Number 1, at the end of a turn, if you are at defensive terrain, obtain damage deal increased by 15% and counter attack range by +1. This effect will last for a turn. So okay, it's pretty cool. So it actually helps you to stack with your soldiers training, or in fact they're getting the core effect from the assassin training. So you kind of have an inbuilt soldiers effect that you have obtained increased damage by 15%, and then you get another effect is counter range increased by +1. This will last for a turn. So pretty cool. So if someone try to attack you unexpectedly, well, you get a +3 range. They'll like characters like Lowly Jessica and Lucretia is gonna hit further, but well, we'll see how. If you try to equip him with Ulia Bow, definitely you increase the range by become 4, counter attack 4, so that's kind of pretty cool. Okay, so let's re-summarize again for the passive. So number 1, at the end of the turn, if you're at defensive terrain, you obtain damage deal increased by 15% and counter attack range by +1. The effect lasts for a turn. So alright, basically just when you end your turn at defensive terrain, making use of his talent to shift to a safe zone. So at the end of the turn you gain this effect. So if the following turn the counter range is not the main issue, it's not the main, plus the main bonus is increased damage due by 15%, because at next turn after you initiate, or during the turn when you try to initiate attack, you get to enjoy this buff. So this is pretty cool. Okay, active. Attack and deal 1.6 times damage to an enemy. Number 2, increase crit rate by 30%. And number 3, melee soldiers you bring will attack together. Number 4, if your skills is higher than the enemy, you will cause stun to enemy before battle. This effect will last for a turn and cannot be dispelled. Number 5, recover 30% of damage due to HP after battle. And note that this skill is not affected by close combat penalty. So gotta say it's pretty cool. He has bypass ignore guard skills. He has movement reduction effect. Together with talent and skills, they have a series of attack imbued, damage imbued, critical imbued, and not only that, now he has additional of stunning enemy before battle and also HP recovery after battle. So okay, I gotta say it's like a upgrade version of Zarida without the need to cast our hazard. So yep. Okay, let's re-summarize again for the active skills. Number 1, attack and deal 1.6 times damage to an enemy. Number 2, increase crit rate by 30%. Number 3, melee soldiers you bring will attack together. Number 4, if your skill is higher than the enemy, you'll cause stun to enemy before battle. It will last for a turn and cannot be dispelled. Number 5, recover 30% of damage dealt to HP after battle. This effect is not this skill is not affected by close combat penalty. So alright, this is the end, and that's it for Rostam. So it's pretty short and sweet for this hero. I like hero like this because it's easy to understand, and hopefully I will be able to summon him before this banner ends. So alright, we'll see you guys on the next video featuring the Empress Ashmeri. Okay, this is Kami. See you guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and goodbye.